After 10 months of pregnancy, no baby was born. Instead, a pool of green, sticky liquid emerged. What is happening? Not only that, but the liquid seemed to have consciousness. It searched around for a place to hide. In just an instant, it crawled under the floor and vanished without a trace. The entire family was terrified by the scene. Just as they feared, something horrifying had happened. The following days passed without any abnormalities, so they simply stopped worrying about it. But about a year later, one night, something strange occurred. Faint noises seemed to be coming from under the floor. The man carried a lantern and approached the sound. Looking down, he was shocked to see a smooth, naked baby under the floor. At first, the man thought it was an abandoned baby, but the woman, as a mother, recognized it at a glance. This child was the same green liquid from before. Looking at its features, it indeed resembled the couple. Thus, the couple decided to take in the child. He grew very quickly, in just half a year. He looked like a typical 3-year-old, but his intelligence remained stagnant. He never spoke, nor did he show any expression, although there were many strange aspects. One thing made them even more convinced. This was their child, because he looked more and more like them. For this very reason, the couple's affection for him deepened. They almost completely regarded him as their own son. They thought they could live a simple, happy life as a family of 3. But one night, something strange happened again. It was exactly like that night 6 months ago. The same strange noises, the same location, the same baby, and the baby's appearance was identical to the first. A series of bizarre events occurred. For the woman, perhaps because she had once lost a child, this unexpected child in their lives felt like a gift from the heavens. They decided to continue raising the baby. But in the man's heart, an ominous feeling grew, and sure enough, his premonition came true. Every 6 months, another baby would appear. The man even tried going under the floor to look for anything unusual, but he found nothing. Then, their eldest son's condition deteriorated. He spent most of the day in a deep sleep. Green rashes kept appearing on his body. They visited many doctors, but none could help. In desperation, they invited an insect master, Ginkgo. But Ginkgo's words left them in despair. It turned out that all these children were actually an insect species called Niantou, which had taken human form. They normally float in the air. If they enter a pregnant woman's body, they lay eggs inside the fetus. That's why they are born as a thick liquid. They like to hide on rooftops or under floors. After about a year, they send a human-shaped doll to the baby's relatives. In dark environments, they are indistinguishable from regular soil. But once exposed to sunlight, they reveal their true form. The doll's body and the insect's true form are usually connected by a silk-like substance. Their primary function is to provide nutrients to the main body. However, their lifespan is very short, usually only 2 to 3 years. That was why their eldest son was suffering. More importantly, if these human-like dolls are not dealt with before they die, they will release a large number of spores, continuing to spread and harm people living in this land. In the end, Ginkgo personally put an end to the suffering eldest son. However, the couple refused to let the other children be dealt with. After all, after raising them for years, how could they not have developed feelings for them? The man promised Ginkgo, at once the other children fell ill, he would deal with them immediately. But who could really bring themselves to personally kill the children they had raised? Ginkgo left them a contact address and departed. But before long, he was called back once again. These human-like dolls underwent significant changes. It's coming, it's coming. That thing is coming. He will kill us. It's okay, don't worry. Toshihiko? That guy is coming. The woman seemed to be under some kind of spell. She grabbed a dagger and stabbed Ginkgo. Fortunately, it did not hit a vital spot. When Ginkgo woke up, the man explained everything that had happened in the past 2 months. The children had started growing at an even faster rate. Not only did they begin to speak, but they also learned at an incredible speed. Perhaps the death of the eldest son gave them a sense of crisis, and the second son developed green spots, and the man was about to dispose of him. Dad, death is so scary. Don't kill me, save me. I still want to live. In just 2 short months, these children not only gained the ability to think, but also became increasingly human-like. What was even more terrifying, these human dolls were all part of the same root-connected entity. This meant they could share all knowledge and abilities they learned. To protect their seeds, they started reading various books. But even with Ginkgo's arrival, they found no solution. So, in order to protect their seeds, they exploited the woman's motherly love. Upon hearing this, Ginkgo decided to eliminate these human dolls immediately. Otherwise, disaster was inevitable. But when he entered the second son's room, the boy's attitude suddenly changed. Why do you want to kill me? Because you feed on human children. But we have done nothing wrong. Is that so? Then, there's no other choice. Do it. Through the books Ginkgo had brought, these human dolls discovered another way to survive. By using fire to sever their connection with the root, they could free themselves from its influence. They fled alone to other places. The 5 remaining children gathered together. As the flames grew stronger, their forms began to change. To ordinary people, these children, born from the Mientu insects, turned into ashes in the end. They vanished from the room. But in the eyes of the insect master, Ginkgo, they did not disappear. Instead, they found a dark place to continue reproducing, waiting for the right moment to infest another pregnant woman. At the end of the story, Ginkgo captured the escaping human-like dolls in a bottle. But he did not intend to destroy them. Why don't you kill me while you still can? Because you are still alive. What an incomprehensible being. Things I've never done before. Somehow feel familiar. People I've never met before. Somehow feel like I've seen them before. Even when I know exactly what I'm about to do next. In an instant, I forget it completely. At certain moments, in your mind, have you ever experienced something like this? The man's name was Kaoru. Since childhood, he had been troubled by this feeling. Many things he encountered for the first time always felt strangely familiar to him. For example, a boy he remembered vividly from his childhood, or a girl picking peach blossoms under a peach tree. These people, in his memory, always seemed to be from somewhere familiar. But no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't remember who they were. Sometimes, when he saw them making a certain gesture, he felt a deep sense of nostalgia. These strange sensations could not simply be dismissed as mere illusions. Later, he and that girl got married. They had a child of their own. But as things continued to unfold one by one, instead of fading, his sense of nostalgia grew stronger. Until one day, he arrived at the entrance of a cave. Huh? Something feels strange. A really strange feeling. But what exactly feels off? Here it comes again, but I still can't remember. A continuous floral scent lingered in the cave. It seemed to be luring him inside to uncover the truth. In the end, he couldn't resist his curiosity. Holding a lantern, he stepped in.